So this is Annapolis. This is what they call the sailing capital of the United States. Some say the world. They've made it pretty easy to pull in here, drop the anchor or tie off, and explore the historical city that was founded in 1649. They host the famous Annapolis boat show here, which has honestly been our favourite boat show we've been to so far. Some of you might have seen us here last October. One's coming up this spring and then again in October, so if you're interested in boats and want to check out the city, I'll link their website in the description below. It's a pretty fun time to be around the place. It was David's last night with us and we were told we had to check out the Sailor Oyster Bar. This bar we'd heard about with an edgy nautical theme to it. Can we please get the smoked trout dip to start? Great choice. And also we might share the squid. Squid? As well, yeah.
Are there still on the way?
It's pretty weird. He just growls all
He's a weird bloke here.
Yeah.
I love it though.
It's almost like paper, scissors, rock, but he only does paper.
She had this toward me sometimes.
I don't like it. Do you like it?
Dad likes it.
They torch a lot of their food right in front of you, which I found mesmerising. The cocktails may have had something to do with that fascination as well. If you go, you need to try the Papa's Pinner. The best pina colada I've ever had. Just thinking about it now makes me want to cry.
Oh jeez, that was funny. You need to really embrace this moment. Embrace the moment. Parents will be watching this going, if only my kid could just sleep on a chair in a random bar. Just living the dream. Coming over? It's government.
Awkward goodbye on film.
Do I look a mess?
No, you look great.
I'm sure I do. Can you clip me up, mate? We're at the Iron Rooster and make these pumpkin Pop-Tarts in-house and they are like insane.
Orange juice? Is that good? Yeah? More? So we've come into Annapolis this morning to grab some breakfast and then we're going to go check out the Maritime Museum, maybe go stand up paddleboarding, go to the bookstore, just see Annapolis because we haven't really had the chance to do that yet, so it should be fun.
This is the United States Naval Academy. Young adults from all over the states fight for a place here to train and study. After 4 years or so, they come out with multiple degrees and the Academy are some of the highest paid graduates in the country. There are walkthrough tours you can do because you'd get lost otherwise, I reckon.
Pedal back your bragging and your preaching has got me confused. Sky high opinion and you speak like there's something to prove. Well, how can you believe it? So you matter as much as you do.
Close to the harbour is the main town. Most of the buildings are from the 1700s and there are countless alleyways and cute little streets to explore. Next on our list was the Maritime Museum. As you know, fishing for oysters and crabs is huge here. Pretty fun fact is that there actually used to be oyster pirates and oyster wars here from the early 18th century. The Chesapeake Bay supplied almost half of the world's supply of oysters at any one stage, and after fishermen in New England, in particular, had exhausted their own local oyster beds, they'd sneak into the bay and try to fish. This led to violent clashes and things were pretty crazy here for the next century to come.
Alright, so who have we got here?
Kevin Hagus, Capital Sup.
And I'm Lindsay Cook with Capital Sup.
And we are going paddleboarding in jeans.
haven't got a clue you're going backwards. It drives me insane. Oh, it drives me insane.
Picked a perfect day to stand up paddleboard. There's no wind. We're just gonna cruise around this little marina here.
Why you keep trying to eat the shells? No, mate. No. Come on. No, there's nothing here you can eat, Lenny.
I wanted to go stand-up paddleboarding for two reasons. One, to explore the narrow waterways our boat couldn't get through, and two, because I'm still hinting at Riley to get me one for my birthday.
You come like a seagrass when it's swaying in the swells.
Oh my goodness, yes! Oh my goodness, what the heck? Yeah, insane! That's so awesome! Now this bookstore was definitely the highlight. Old Fox Books is this hidden gem with a cafe inside and decorations that kind of make you feel like you're in some kind of real life fairy tale. They do story time at the back for the kids, and it was the cutest thing to see Lenny there with all the other kids listening to Pirate Joe. He's a real character.
I'm gonna need a coffee.
Through the mountains and the coast. Through the mountains and the coast.
So it was really interesting in the museum today speaking to Dave about just the historical significance of oysters in the area. Where I'm from, in Cow, oyster is our main industry. Lots of towns would spring up in the Chesapeake based just on the oyster industry. There were oyster pirates, and then in turn an oyster police force, which Elena and I found pretty funny. And so then more recently, what oysters do is they sift out all the silt and make the water cleaner. That's a huge problem in the Chesapeake at the moment. One oyster can clean 18 gallons, Elena, 30 gallons, like a very impressive amount. And then there's the constant tension that I have found in virtually every place I've been to between traditional fishermen and fisheries, not industrial. That answer seems more obvious, but traditional fishermen and the local environment. And there doesn't really seem to be a correct answer there. And I'm reminded of the Bahamas and very recently my mate Chuck that I went fishing with. It just seems like this problem is throughout the whole world, so I do find it interesting talking to different people about the different ways that they think it would work in their local area.
Less humans in the world.
Elena thinks we should execute some people. You had a kid?
Yeah, I know.
Hey?
I know. I'm part of the problem.
Part of the problem. Elena thinks less humans. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe just more oysters.
Yeah.
But yeah, the oysters have a huge impact on the local water system here. They filter the water, which makes it more see-through. The light can penetrate further through, and then it grows grass, which is important for crabs, and there's always that knock-on effect. And then on the other hand, you've just got the local fishermen. Their fathers and grandparents have been doing it as well. So yeah, no obvious solution, I wouldn't have thought.
When the wind don't blow and he can just sit still.